passing out cigarettes. You know what I'm saying? We just minister to you like, listen, God ain't worried about all this. He's worried about the heart. It's more where this comes from.
More of it where it comes
Yeah, hear this.
She said, it's more of this where this come from. So if I follow you going to give me the whole pack? Let me say this. This is not her conviction. Since it's not her conviction, she feels free doing it. Those of us that think that smoking is wrong,
mm-hmm.
then you won't do this. Mm-hmm. This is not her conviction. But I would say this to every young pastor: everybody needs a form of accountability. Before you do something, ask someone, what do you think? Just call a couple of people and ask them. Mm-hmm. I'm thinking about doing this. Mm-hmm. Tell me honestly, what do you think? And you got to be open to hear what they say. Mm-hmm. Don't just trust yourself.
Mm-hmm. That is so true, Pastor.
That's why Jesus didn't send the disciples out alone.
Really
he sent them out 2 by 2. Everybody needs a form of accountability.
You know, I'm going to say this very, very quickly, but a lot of people even ask me about Wonderful Prayer, mm-hmm. and now I started Wonderful Prayer, and I tell everybody, as soon as God told me that, the first person I called was you.
You did.
And you first person, and I
started and didn't say the Lord told me.
No. Everybody. I asked you, could I do it?
Can I tell you something? Even when it come to my outreaches, like I put up a tent at the house picnic. Mm-hmm. I called something.
Yeah, I know.
And I asked them, what do you think? Mm-hmm. They were like, well, where you going to be? What you going to be doing? Now, how you going to do this? Mm-hmm. So I made sure that I ran it by.
Exactly.
You got to have some form of accountability. Because us young churches, we speak against religion. Mm-hmm. There's a balance in here.
Yes, there is.
When God told Gideon to go tear down his father's altar, he said, save some of the old. You got to say some of the old bring the new.
Absolutely.
Lord, have I preached today?
You preached.
312-591-3870. Again, I repeat, this is not her conviction. Mm-hmm. Now, a brother like me, mm-hmm. I can't pass out squares. Because I might mess around and take a pull.
No,
and he delivered me from cigarettes.
Right.
He delivered me. And look,
he did. I can't even imagine you doing that.
And if you ever have a loved one mm-hmm. that suffered from lung cancer, you'll know the danger of smoking. Mm-hmm. And you'll never want to pass that on. Mm-hmm. 312-591-3878. Is this effective outreach?
No, ma'am. And I know you'll probably get a lot of calls that'll talk about Jesus turning water into wine and him being in bars and things of that nature to reach out to people. But I'm sure he wouldn't want you to be passing out death and addiction, because cigarettes have been proven to bring both. So why would he lead you in that way? He can deliver from these things, but I would seriously doubt he would enhance or influence it.
All right. Thank you so much.
So do you think passing out cigarettes is a positive form of outreach?
No, ma'am. And I was reminded when you all I heard you mention that a pastor came to our church, and it was our first time meeting him, and he stood up and he had earrings in his ear, and the first thing he said was, I still wear my earrings. I'm reminded also of scripture that says, old things pass away and all things become new. So, no, I'm in disagreement with that.
Man, you just talked me out of going to get my nose pierced.
Don't do it. Stay sanctified. Stay sanctified.
All right, bye.
It's the John Hanna Morning Show.
All right, Chicago, your weather is going to be hot today, high around 97 degrees.
Now, when you make 3 fuel purchases of 8 gallons or more at Citgo, you can earn a buy one, get one free ticket to Six Flags Fright Fest. Just bring your receipts and an entry form to the